Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. There we go. Supportive oracle cards are Wisdom of the House of Night. And in the back it says who created them. Instead of butchering the name, I figured I'd just show it to you. But if you look up Wisdom of the House of Night on the internet, you should find them easily. Okay, Sagittarius. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. That's it? Okay. Very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And the bottom one is pushing out too. It's love, but it's upside down. Let's see how this goes. See how long this takes too. There's a lot of cards. So we got love upside down. I'm kind of having that weird feeling, kind of like I did with Scorpio, like going right into this situation, you might not be happy. It does remind me of Scorpio, oddly enough. Now, the other side we're starting with has the remember, don't forget. Is there don't forget somewhere on here? It says don't forget in the center. There we go. I'm like, I was just like, I swear to God, I just saw it. And it did. It's right there in the center of the card. Somebody is trying to get you to do something that you're not ready to do. And that you're not thinking it's time to do. You're just not in agreement with this. Somebody's pushing on you. Somebody's pushing. And they're like, you got to do this. You got to do this. And you're kind of like, you got a few cards here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the Wheel, and individuality. You're not ready to move forward, and you're kind of feeling like it's a waste of effort. That's what I'm getting with the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Cups is kind of like you're not enjoying the pressure coming towards you, and the Wheel coming out here at the end is saying you're kind of thinking maybe there needs to be more of a change here because you want to do things differently. You want to do things your way, and this person just isn't seeing things your way. And you're kind of like, I just don't see the point in doing things right now. I don't think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be a lot of wasted effort. And I'm not liking the energy I have coming towards me. I might need to change it. This is all on your side. You're kind of thinking, I don't know. This isn't working for me. It's interesting because between the two of you, you do have the 7 of Pentacles. It's like, I don't feel like this is the beginning of anything. I feel like this is something that's gone on for a while. And I'm getting the love reversed, kind of like you're not happy. And it's like, we need to like readjust this. Like the love, I don't feel like there's like the negative of there. I'm going to say it. There's no hate here. I don't feel like there's hate here. I feel like it's just not happy. Like when I'm feeling love reversed, I feel like there is love here between you and this person, but the energy is not conducive with that right now. It's not hate though. I don't feel hate there. I feel like there's very good feelings, but they're being negated out because of the situation. I think that makes sense. Now, it's very interesting to me here on this. Such a deja vu for the Scorpio read. You might want to check it out in case that side matches in a different way for you. What you're coming towards next is the Justice card with the Tower card. You're kind of like, I feel like you're not really feeling it here. And it's interesting because I feel like you're doing things to tie things up here. But I feel like the Tower card, it's on your side, and it's kind of like, I feel like you're doing what you need to do. You're doing what needs to get done. But I feel like as you step forward, it's almost like you're going through a mansion, and every room you go through, the next room makes you feel like, yeah, I can't keep doing this. And the farther you go, the deeper you get. It's kind of like, you know what, this place, there's just too much going on here. I need to change something up. Something needs to be different. I don't know why we're using the mansion thing, because that's kind of confusing me, honestly. But they're saying here, like, you're getting into it. And it's like, I think the mansion is saying you really love it, but you're like, it's kind of like all the color scheme is wrong. It needs to be cleaned. There's things that need to be fixed. And you're like, it's a beautiful place, but there's a lot of work, and I need to do it on my terms. And the Tower card is kind of like, you know what? I'm going to have to readjust this situation. This isn't working for me. This isn't working for me. Now, on the other side, the other person you're dealing with who's trying to get you to do stuff, who's pushing and pushing and pushing, they see you getting involved, like you walked into the mansion. I don't know why we're using mansion, but we are. You walked into it, and you're like, yeah, I'm looking into it. I'm doing this. You are doing things. You're involved with it. And they're hopeful. They know that you're not really digging in yet, but you're inside the mansion. You're evaluating things. You're deciding what you're going to need, what you need to do, the resources you need to gather. So they see you doing this, and they're very hopeful. But in the center, I'm noticing some interesting things. You got Four of Wands, but the Four of Wands is kind of like, it's a little jacked in. You know what I mean? It's kind of like jacked into the Three of Pentacles. Like, you're doing the work that needs to be done. You're assessing things, that's true. But right on top of this is fragment, which is telling me it's not coming forward what you're actually thinking. Because the reason it's not, though, is because you're really kind of like making sure what your next step is going to be. Before you kind of start, shake up the bee's nest, so to speak, you're going to make sure you know what you're doing and where you're going and how you're going to do it. So you're thinking it over, but the fragment here is telling me you're not happy. No, and the Four of Wands is saying, well, I may be bonded to this person, but the way we're bonded might be different after I make some changes, because I'm going to need to make some changes here. I don't feel like this is correct. And you're not bringing it forward yet because you don't really know exactly what you're going to do just yet. Now, this keeps going forward. You're getting things together. You're making movements forward. And I'm getting fulfillment on the other side. Like, as you keep moving forward and you're getting things done and you're doing what you need to do, this energy that was pushing before is feeling vindicated. Is feeling like this is how things should go. They're feeling good about this. They like it. Now, it's the ending that I feel is a little bit... There's a lot of cards. Let's put it that way. Let's see what we got here, because there's one upside down card, and when it comes in just randomly, I just leave it there. Usually I'll read cards right side up because it's easier for people to follow, but if it insists on coming in upside down, I leave it usually. This is on your side. You got Rigid with the crow there, which I like the crow energy. And you got the Nine of Wands here, which I feel you telling somebody to back off. And I feel like you hit your limit. And this is kind of the Tower moment. Like, you may be trying to hold yourself back. You may be trying to plan things out. You may be trying to do this in a very calm, copacetic way. But it's like this little, it's like the trigger, or somebody flips the switch and you're just like, I've had it, back off. And you just kind of snap at them. You're not planning this, is what I'm getting. And you may even be talking yourself down, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to snap. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to have a fit. And then somebody flips the switch and you're just like, I've had it. Boom. There it goes. You're trying not to, and I almost feel like this is a trap I get caught into, or used to. Well, probably still will. Life's only halfway there. Where you're like, I'm fine. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna handle this fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be calm. And then, it hits and you're just like, boof. I've had it. And I almost feel like the more you try to tell yourself you're not going to, the worse it gets. So it comes off, and it kind of like, I feel like you snap at this person, but I'm noticing some very interesting cards here. You're quick to catch yourself. You are quick to catch yourself. It snaps, you snap off at this person, however that happens. It doesn't last very long, and you catch yourself. And then you're quick to kind of like recoup the situation, because I'm seeing like it comes in fast, and it's the Seven of Wands bleeding into the Knight of Cups, and right on top of it is this playful energy. And I'm feeling like that Seven of Wands is like defending yourself, putting it in there, succeeding, not only defending yourself, but pushing forward. Like the Knight of Wands is kind of like, back off, this is mine. And the Seven of Wands is kind of like, I'm taking that, that's mine. That's where I'm part of this one. So it's a little bit, there's similar energies in this situation, But it's coming in with playful and with the Knight of Cups right after it, kind of like, okay, I snapped at you, but let me kind of smooth this out a little bit. The other person seems to be taken kind of off guard about this, because I feel like they didn't realize they tripped the switch, and they're in a good mood at the moment, is what I'm getting. I just feel like they're not expecting it. And they have the, is this the Spirit one? Yep, High Priestess of Spirit. I feel like they're kind of upset about it, but they're kind of like, okay, there's obviously a problem here. And I feel like what's going on here is there's a moment here where there's a disconnect. Is somebody walking away? Because it feels like somebody's walking away. I don't see them causing a problem. I see them upset a little bit, but I see them reserved in their response. I don't feel them arguing with you or starting a fight, but they heard it. Whatever you said, whatever you snapped at them, oh, they got it. And then they're kind of backing off, kind of like, okay, all right, I've upset the Sagittarius, clearly. They're backing off and they're just kind of like thinking about what just happened. Even though you're smoothing it over, they heard and they got the message. What's happening after this is I feel like you're taking control. When I'm getting the Queen of Wands, for some reason that always feels Sagittarian to me. I think it's usually supposed to be Aries, but I don't follow that way. I'm feeling Sagittarius energy. I feel like this is your energy. And don't get caught up in the gender if, whatever you are, whatever gender, whatever's going on, not an issue, but it's power. It's power. It's you claiming your own power. And I got the Temperance card coming right in. But I have the Chariot here upside down right on it. You're going forward without this other person is what I'm getting. I feel like you're taking the energy your way. And this other person, it's like they got the message to back off, to butt out, quite frankly. And they did. And I feel like from here on, I feel you keep keeping control of the situation. I feel you keeping an eye on this person to make sure they stay out of your business. But I also see them kind of eyeing you from the side too, kind of like as long as you're on point, as long as you're doing what you need to do, they're leaving you alone. They're not giving reminders. They're not doing anything like that. If you hit a snag, they'll get involved when the snag happens. But until you hit a snag and it seems like they need to get involved, they're going to leave you alone is what I'm getting from this. Because you're taking it right away. The Chariot upside down, the Chariot's still going forward. But I feel like you're going on your own. You're taking control of the situation. You're somewhat removing the other person. I just feel like you're being left alone. Actually, it feels like you're being left alone, to be honest. And you're thriving with that. And you're doing everything you can to keep thriving, to keep that person out. Because you seem to catch on. Like, as long as you have it under control, they leave you alone. So you're doing your best to, like, put out obvious little points. Like, you're putting something, like, I almost see, like, somebody putting something out on a table. I don't know what this means. But, like, almost putting, like, an obvious signal. Like, I obviously have this under control. Stay on your side of the room. I have all this going on. I clearly have it under control. You just stay over there. And they're like, okay. Like, you know how this is playing out. You get it. And you're just like, yeah, and I want you to stay over there. So here's some obvious signs. Here's some obvious signals that I have it under control. Stay over on your side of the room. And they do. They do. This person, see, this actually, I feel like this is correcting this. It starts off like this. I feel like as time goes on, especially with that Temperance, I feel like you're getting along with this person better and you're both realizing if you just do your thing and you're left alone, you both get along a lot better. It's just they have to just have some confidence and respect for you. It goes it's reciprocated both ways. Like you keep them in the loop about what's going on. They let you do what you need to do. It's all fine. Like, but it's better at a distance. You stay over here. You stay over here. They stay over there. It's all cool. And I'm getting this. You work together a lot better. Things get along a lot better. It takes some time to really, but it starts like this. It takes some time. It's like it's slowly, and I feel like you're very begrudgingly kind of like feeling the good feelings here. But I feel like you're coming together with this person later on down the road, especially when you have more confidence that they're just gonna leave you be. Once you're confident with that they're gonna just butt out and stay out, you're gonna feel a lot better, and it seems to make things a lot better. The two of you get along a lot better, whoever this person is. All right, I think we're there. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.